My name is Gemma. I'm a criminologist, and I really want to talk about advanced occultism today. So I'm gonna talk about this and underpin a couple of things that I think might be of interest to humanity. So let's talk about spirit guides. Alright. So as we are aware, we are in the age of Aquarius now. This is a new era. Astrologers will talk about it. Whatever you find. I think there's one called Hazel, and I think she does one, and she's really good, and she's on YouTube. I'd follow her. Her name is Hazel, and she does astrology. So anyway, this is really about an era of going into technology, and I set out the basis of 5D creative spaces and what they mean, and I've also underpinned it as a something that the Jehovah religion will understand. So if we go a little bit higher than this, so we understand aspects of holograms, these universal concepts of technology that are now being put into our realm, like 5G towers, for example. So we can have smartphones. So we can have the satellite dishes. They're pretty old now, but it's the G towers, right? And this is sort of like our new era. This is where we're going into. So we can understand there's aspects of holographic structures that can take place now. And this is really the realm what we're going into. And, there's an aspect of religion that used to take hold, and we used to be like a moral principle that used to exude the religions. For example, the 10 Commandments, things like this. But it was also an aspect of faith. So we have to remember that. It was an aspect of faith. And that was so important in this realm, in this era, and the ones before us. So we have to really understand now there's an encompassment. We are changing. This era has changed from Pisces to Aquarius, and because it goes backwards, and which is interesting. But we have to realise that an aspect of technology will be probably the commander of the ship, if you like. So, everyone's on social media, everyone's got phones, everyone can be monitored now, right? What you say, what you do, it's all monitored. Okay, this is the idea. So it's a different aspect of control. And unfortunately, in my opinion, this is where we can lack faith. Because if there is positions of control taking place in 5D created spaces, holographs, well, what can they do in the spiritual realm? So this is an idea of 5D created spaces, how a Jehovah's Witness can, or a Quaker even, can understand spirituality, meditation, these zones, okay? So what usually it is like spirit guides and things like this. We have to really understand now to talk to a spiritual community, because I'm not as spiritual as what you might understand me as, okay? I've said this before in the past, I'm spiritual, but I'm not as spiritual as what I think a lot of people are, which is interesting. So let's just get into spirit guides. Let's break this one down. So spirit guides, in my opinion, so you don't have to listen to me. You can think I'm absolute garbage, turn it off. I'm not really bothered. But I am bringing this to understanding because I am letting you know how I've experienced or can underpin religious structures and spiritual